Happy New Year, Divine Masculine. And for those of you who are cross-watching, yes, we do have 3 editions each week. It is the masculine, feminine, and karmic third-party energy. So if you do want to see those, you can actually find them on Yildiz Readings 5D, the main page. Now, we are getting straight into the read, and this was really easy to title. And I did notice really tuning into the energy, especially moving forward. There is a significant, I would say, shift within the Divine Masculine's life. We do have the crowning energy here as the sun. And yes, a lot of us are wanting to move forward with our lives, move forward, move up, have direction. We can have a few setbacks. We can have a few shake-ups and changes between now and July. And that's more than likely because of retrogrades we all shall be experiencing. But that's not to say these new chapters aren't coming in and changing. And already I can see it coming through in their cards. We do have the sun. So there's I would say we do have a bit of an identity crisis here. The alter ego, an identity crisis. Also knowing where this person wants to go. But it's really contrasted between the cards that are actually depicting a very different story. So this is almost Divine Masculine looking at their life at the moment and having a lot of clarity, owning the truth of who they are. You know, the sun's your vitality. It's who you are to the core. It's what your role is and your purpose and what road you're going towards. And this is shining bright. This is a very large energy coming through. This is a very determined. I do see, as we are looking to the past, they are aware there was some pride going on. They are aware that, you know, they knew these things, but they had moved in a particular fashion, and even though they weren't liking it, even though there may have been confusion surrounding love, they do feel quite lost without Divine Feminine at the moment. And whatever they're doing right now, it's not vibrating correctly for them. It's not working for them. There's a lot of, and I'm trying to be careful how I express some of the analogies that my guides are giving me. It's a bit of a shit show. It's not feeling as... we can't say that life is always cruisy, but we'd also like to know that what we're investing is, you know, the buck's worth the grind. And this person's really not feeling that at this point in time. They could be feeling extremely run down. They're very determined. They have a great deal of clarity, and they're a little bit salty at themselves for some pride situations. My grandmother used to say, pride cometh before a fall. But we do have this person here in the heart space feeling quite lost without Divine Feminine here, and especially inside a karmic relationship. There is a stalemate where it comes to the love, where it comes to matters of the heart, and they don't think, they're really not feeling as though they can actually get through this. We have the thorns here, and we have this individual looking at the circumstance. It's in reverse. I would say this has been going on since Christmas, because we do look at the actual analogy of the crown of thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring a new and positive future. You know, they're really not feeling that so in this situation, both in the current predicament they find themselves in, plus with what they're thinking with their life and where they want to go, and accepting who they are. Maybe accepting some of the bad facets of themselves and the good facets, but nevertheless, something's not sitting. They just don't feel that. They know that Divine Feminine's out there. They also know that there are certain things they want to be able to do with you, create, build, grow. They're very, very inspired by you, but they feel as though they need to have the courage to jump into that world to have that, because they do feel both you and them together, you can move hell and high water. This is a very different energy to what they have experienced before. They do feel a little bit cursed. They are feeling they're having a stroke of bad luck. The other thing that I'm getting a reference point to, And it's almost like, and we all do this, we all have this thing where, we change the goalpost and we might have 101 excuses. It could be because we're tired, or we don't have enough money, or because we have social responsibilities of some description. And so we're not taking that step towards a goal. And Divine Masculine's really referencing that here. Do they know they're doing that? Yeah, they do. They're looking at some, it's always darkest before the storm, I should say, because we do have the star in reverse there, which doesn't mean it's not happening. They do know where it can happen, but I feel it's more the context of them having to take action here, okay? So we have lead the way, be the leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. Again, I was saying we can. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean we have to stay in a cycle. No, there are 100 variables to how the story could be playing out in your Divine Masculine's life. One could be if they were caring for a karmic. There is a carer. There are answers for many things, and it's far easier for a person on the outside to cast an opinion on it based on the simplicity, because the emotion's detached, and so the perspective is less emotionally involved. And that can sometimes be a way that we can actually decide things, is by actually looking at life from an external point of view with an own life, and stepping back from that painting and taking a very objective view, the pros and the cons, the ifs and the buts, processing them, mulling over them. Because ultimately here, you can lead by example. You can say, yes, I can be, a good human being. I can do X, Y, and Z, but there are some things you can't do because your sun energy is calling you. And this is about you, where you want to go, accepting who you are, not molding yourself for others, actually being the true identity of who you are, and leading by example, not the martyr energy of going in, enabling and moving into victim consciousness and, oh gosh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. You do have the Leo energy of courage. You do have the changes that you want to make. And, it's confronting these things head on. And it's funny because I do feel, as we're proceeding through this month, I feel there's going to be a huge oomph for Divine Masculine. I feel as though Divine Masculine is going to be coming to a space where, at times we can be 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. That more than likely is because of the retrogrades. It doesn't mean that we are actually effectively going backwards. It's the frustration of dealing with the things relating to the retrogrades. So Venus moves retrograde on April the 13th. Where it comes to Mars, okay, it moves back into the House of Cancer on February the 24th, and then direct. Okay, so we'll have the shadow phase. So we do have a little bit to go, and it is coming through in their reading where we do have that Leo energy. And again, we are going to feel tired, but the outcome card is, yes, there's challenging times, but anything worth fighting for, i.e. who you are, accepting who you are, knowing what you want, and going for it, is going to be well worth the effort, whatever it be. It could be an awkward conversation, a difficult conversation to have with an individual, expressing your true feelings towards your divine feminine and doing the hard yards in it and doing the hard work and, not running as each individual in the past has done. Because what it is showing is that you do have this new chapter. You have heard the call. It's nagging at you. You can acknowledge it, and you do acknowledge it, but it's about now following through. We will check in with this energy next week. If you care to see the next edition, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the other side next week. Take care, beautifuls.